Bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So today we have, I think we discussed about the Sariputta Sutta last time, and today we have a new sutta, a Moggallana Sutta, and there were some points to be discussed in the last sutta. We'll start that discussion after finishing this sutta. First, we'll finish the new sutta, and then we'll go on to discussion about a few things that we couldn't conclude last time. So anyone volunteered to translate this sutta? It's quite similar to the previous sutta.
May I try,
Oh,
Bhante?
Bhante.
Oh,
Okay, Mr. Robin, you
I
go
know.
on. No, you go on, go on.
Oh, okay. Ewami sutang ekang samayang bagawa sawatiyang wiharati jetawane anathapindikasa arame. Thus have I heard. One time the blessed one was staying at Jetawana in Anathapindika spot near Sawati. Tenako panasamayena ayasma mahamogalano bagawato awidure nisino hoti. Palangkang abujitwa ujung kayang panidaya kaya gataya satya ajatan supatitaya. At that time, the Venerable Mahamoggallana was seated near the Blessed One, having seated cross-legged, having put the body straight, having well-established mindfulness in the body. What is the ajatang?
Ajatang is
I forget, but
internally.
Oh, internally. Okay, Bhante. Adasako bagawa ayasmantang mahamogalanang awidure nisinang palangkang abujitwa ujung kayang penidaya kaya gataya satya ajatang supatitaya. The blessed one saw the Venerable Mahamoggallana was seated nearby, having seated cross-legged, having put the body straight, having well-established mindfulness in the body internally.
Okay.
Atako bagawa etamatang widitwa tayang welayang imang udanang udanisi. Then the blessed one, having known the meaning at that time, uttered this utterance. I've also tried to read the commentary on the etamatang. I don't know whether this is true, but maybe I will try.
Yeah, we'll go to the vocabulary first, then you can translate the Gatha. Yeah. So
the Gatha first. Okay.
Wait. Oh, sorry. This is Moggallana, right? Yeah. So this is the Gatha and this is the Etamatta. Yeah.
Yes. So having known the meaning of entering into the attainment of fruition of the Thera who has plunged into Vipassana by the mindfulness towards the body with the discernment of four elements. Is that correct, Bhante?
Okay. Roughly, yeah, it's okay. Right. Then
Imang Udan. So to show the attainment of Nibbana by development of the establishment of mindfulness, the blessed one uttered this utterance.
Okay, good. Then we go to the Gatha.
Yes. Sati kaya gata patita chasu passa ayatanesu samvuto sattatam bhikkhu samahito janya nibbana matano. The bhikkhu who is constantly concentrated, fixed mindfulness in the body, restrain the 6 doors of context, would know his own nibbana.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu. But when we come to the first one, right? Sati kaya gata upattitha. So here it is a one kind of a sentence. So sati is well established, right, in body. So we'll just take the rough meaning first. The mindfulness is well established in the body, right? Then from here we refer to the bhikkhu. Did you get the point? So here Buddha is saying
Okay.
mindfulness well established. So this is the subject is mindfulness, right? From here we are talking about the monk.
Okay, Bhante.
Right? So if you, it's true that this the mindfulness of the monk is well established. That is the essence is correct. There's no problem in it. But here the sanguto means restrained, right? Well restrained. So so this from here we refer to the monk. In this part we refer to mindfulness alone. Okay.
Okay, Bhante. So separately, Bhante.
Yeah, separately. So thank you very much. Very nice.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. So please keep on reading such short suttas and so forth. You'll improve. And this is also
Bhante.
quite. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
so
Bhante.
We'll analyze the. Sorry, where's the one? Yeah, analyze the sutta. So here we had. So when we read, even if you can get a rough idea, that is quite enough at this moment, because when we want to get the exact detailed translation, normally we have to refer to the commentary most of the time, commentary to get the exact idea. But when we read the sutta, if you can get a rough idea, that would be more than enough at the moment, right? So then we'll evam me sutang, thus I have heard, I think ekan samayam bhagava savatyam vihriti anatha chetavani anatha pindikasa arami. That's clear to everyone. Then the next sentence also clear, I think. Tena kopana samena ayasma maha moggallano bhagavato avidhure nisinno hoti. Right? The best. The Moggallana was sitting. I think everyone can understand this. Tena samena, instrumental of time. Ayasma maha moggallano bhagavato avidhure, close to blessed one, nisinno hoti. Right? Then how he was sitting, it's explained in the same sentence. It's further explained. Pallankang abhujitva, having made the cross-leg position. Ujung khayang panidhaya, having kept the body erect. Ujung khayang panidhaya. Khaya gataya satya ajatang supattithaya. Right? Khaya gataya satya ajatang supattithaya. So this one we can have now roughly we can think. Now if you think about the words kaya gata and sati, this is all in instrumental case. This is a feminine gender noun. So you can see the kaya gata is there, sati is there. Kaya gata sati, the mindfulness in the body. The mindfulness like what is explained in the Satipatthana, right? Then ajatang supattithaya. So ajatang supattithaya, ajatang is normally internal, right? Internal. It's an adjective. It's a avyabhavi samasa. So normally the commentary says mindfulness of body well established, right? Well established in the internal self. So normally the translation is given. Translation means the commentary is giving is like in a locative case. Ajatte, right? So even if you translate like his mindfulness is well established internally, we can still get the meaning, right? Because it's an adverbial meaning is there. In English, normally the locative case sometimes acts as the adverb. Anyway, so this one, it's mindfulness well established, right? Well established. Uh, Supattitha is normally upattitha. Titha is to stand. Upattitha is to approach and stand. So normally it says the mindfulness has approached the body, internal, right? So someone can ask, there are two types of internal. Nama Ajjatta and Rupa Ajjatta. Like we have internal mentalities, internal materiality. Why do we say it's only materiality? Because of Kayagata Sati. Kayagata Sati takes that this is not Chittanupassana, this is not Dhammanupassana, this is not Vedananupassana, this is only Kayanupassana. So we can say this internal body, in the internal body. It's possible to say because of this Kayagata Sati, right? So Ajjattang Supattithaya. So Tita means to stand, Upattita means to approach and stand close by. So it means his mindfulness has gone to the objects with vitakka, and it's well established there. It's fixed there. So even if you say it's well fixed in the internal self or internal body, that is quite enough, right? So then we come into why this is written in. I think you got the meaning of the words. Now it's very clear. Now why this is in instrumental case, right? Why this is in instrumental case? So we can have a one alternation explanation like with. So we normally say together with in instrumental case. Sometimes with saha, sometimes without saha. Saha or something. So someone can say, we can also think he is together with a well-established mindfulness in the body. It's one way of saying. But if you go into the commentary states a grammatical rule called Ittam Bhuta Lakkana. This is the one. Yeah. Ittam Bhuta Lakkana. Attakata. Udāna Attakata. So we have Mahamoggalana Sutta. I hope everyone can see it. Right. Where is it?
Bhante, in the 25.
Huh?
Up. Go up. Please go up.
Okay.
Yeah, second line. Ittam Bhutana Kane, Ittam Karna Vachane.
Ittam Bhuta Lakkane Idang Karanavachana. Yeah. So this is the one. Ittam Bhuta Lakkane Idang Karanavachana. So Ittam Bhuta Lakkana is a one kind of a grammatical rule. Like how can we color this? Right here. Right. Ittam Bhuta Lakkane Idang Karanavachana. Karana means instrumental. Karanavachana means word with instrumental case. This is the meaning of this instrumental case in the word is Ittam Bhuta Lakkana. So what is Ittam Bhuta Lakkana? So we'll go to Sutta reading notes, which we didn't use for a long time now. Yeah. So Ittam Bhuta Lakkana. Ittam Bhuta Lakkana is one kind of a usage we can find in the Pāli grammar. So normally this Ittam Bhuta Lakkana states, having come into this state, like having come into a certain appearance, to a certain state. So this is called Ittam Bhuta. Ittam Bhuta. Bhuta means appears, arises. So he has comes into a transformation. So examples were given. Now, Venerable Angulimala, after his ordination, because of his past karmas done, huge, strong past karmas, while he was going for Pindapata, a person may throw a stone to a crow or to a cat or just one. So because of his karma, what happens? This stone comes and hit him. So when he comes back to the monastery, sometimes he comes with blood on his head. So he comes with blood on his feet or something. So what happened was Angulimala Thero, we normally say, Angulimala Thero, Binnena Sisena Paggarantena Lohitena Viharang Pacha Gachi or Pavisi. Right? So what does it mean? Venerable Angulimala Thera returned to the monastery. Viharam Pacha Gachi or Pavisi, entered the monastery. How? Binnena Sisena Paggarantena Lohitena. So with a broken head and with blood shedding, blood coming out, right? So we can also suggest that he's with a broken head, with the blood coming out. But in Pāli, they don't give it with the saha. Normally, sahalakkane tatiya, like together with. So in Pāli grammarians, they don't give this in the meaning of saha. They don't give this in the meaning of saha. Instead, they say it's ittam bhuta lakkana. So what does it mean? He comes, he's up now, he has become, this is the idea. He has become a person of whom the head is broken. He has become a person from whom the blood is coming out. Now, according to the Moggallana story, right, he was sitting, right, Nisinno Hoti, if we just simplify that sentence, Maha Moggallano Kaya Gathaya Satya Jatang Supatithaya Nisinno Hoti. Just we brought the Nisinno at the end, which was in the beginning of the sentence, in the sutta, in the middle part. So Mahamoggallana is sitting. So if we take it ittam bhuta lakkana, we can just translate he was sitting with the mindfulness well established in the internal self. And also we can, according to the ittam bhuta, he has become a person whose mindfulness is well established in the internal self. So this is, it seems like the meaning is given like a bahubihi samasa. Meaning as given like a bahubihi samasa. But when we translate into the essence is that he is with the well-established concentration of mindfulness in the body. So ittam bhuta, what I want to say is ittam bhuta lakkana, this is how it is explained. Ittam bhuto, like he has come into this state. The person has come into this state. So ittam bhuta lakkana is normally it comes with a past participle or a present participle normally, right? Normally that's how I've seen it. Then the participle and the noun are both written in instrumental case. So you can see binna is a past participle, sisa, binnena sisena. Paggaranta is a present participle, lohitena. Then kayagataya satya, ajjatan supattithaya. Supattitha is a past participle. So likewise, mostly this comes with ittam bhuta lakkana. I'm not making it a rule because there can be exceptions. I'm not very confident on it, but mostly the observation is the noun plus participle, the present participle, both in instrumental case, right? This is the normal usage of itam bhuta lakkana. Yeah. So before we go to the next part, if you have any questions on this, please ask now.
Yes, hi, Bhante.
Dr. Ryan.
Yes, first, I have a question about the example of the Venerable Angulimala first. So here we have Venena Sisena, Pakarantena Lohitena. So we have like two of them, right? So both of them are Etang Bhuta Lakkanas, or
Yes.
just one of them? And
Both
the other
of them.
one is the instrumental of that.
Both of them.
So then why we don't have any connection word like ja in this case, Bhante?
Yeah, that's a good question. This is how it came, actually. No, I didn't see the chair here. I'm unable to answer why is that, but this normally they say these both are itam bhuta. But as you said, it's proper to have a chair, right? You mean like something like here?
Maybe at the end.
It has to be a chair. I'm not able to say why it's not there.
So then if that's the case, then can we say that the Benena Sisena is the etang bhuta? But in the Pakarantena Lohitena, that it modifies the Sisena. It says that the broken head, but that broken head also have, together with the, the blood oozing out.
Then what happens? You mean this entire thing is modified by this entire thing, right?
Yeah.
Because normally if we take it as a modifier, both refers to the same thing. So
no, I mean now, so the sise, so sisa, that's the sisa, and then lohitena is the instrumental case of the sisa.
Yeah.
So the head together with the blood coming out, just like the description of the head.
Yeah. You mean it's an explanation of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking into the examples in the Tipitaka. Actually, it's called Galant, not Pakarantena, Galantena. Sorry for that, right? Galantena. If you type this Vinnena, you can find some examples. So in all the examples, there is no cha. Pāḷi, Dasi, Vinnena, Sihitena, Lohitena, Galantena. So this is how it is given. So the question is, can't this be the adjective of a modifier of this, because his head is broken and that means his blood is oozing or coming out from his head, right? Yeah. So shall we go to the commentary then see, and you can give me a few minutes. Yeah.
Bhante, actually, I had the same idea with Dr. Ryan.
Okay. So then this is how it feels, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting how the same kind of observation happens. Wait. So Vinnena. There's nothing mentioned. I'll discuss with my friend, and on Friday I'll try to give an answer on this. For the moment, what I feel is these are two different phases. what I feel is he has a broken head and the blood is oozing. So that's what I personally feel, but I understand your argument on this. So it's like, isn't this because of the missing of chair? That is the indicator to whether can't we take this as an adjective. Vinnena sisena is modified by galantena lohitena. Yeah, it makes sense. So shall we? I'll discuss with this because I also had a discussion about last week's questions with him. I'll let you know after this sutta. So I'll talk with him and let you know.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Bhante. And then another question is about the difference between these two examples.
Okay.
So here, the first one, the Angulimala and the next one is Mahamokkalano. So you see, Angulimala, then the Ekang Bhuta is the Tisa, that's the head of the Venerable Angulimala. This is something related to the Venerable Angulimala. It's, connected to him. But in the second example is the Sati. Sati, it has nothing to do with the Venerable Mahamokkalana. It's, you know what I mean? It is not connected to him.
Can't we take it as a part of his life, like the head, like a mental something like that? It's like it's not a constitution like the head. Yeah, the head is very, very obviously a part of the body. And what I felt was the sati was taken as a part of his internal self and with the well-established sati.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I felt when I was reading this thing, how to match them. So I was thinking like sati is a part of his life, like mental 5 aggregates. So then with a well-established sati.
I see. So this sati is a subjective, it's not objective. It doesn't refer to like the what is that? Kaya. Yeah. So
This I think this is sati means his mental factor in him.
I see. Okay. Yeah. If that's the case, then yes. Okay. I see. Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Sadhu. Any other points to be discussed on this? Okay.
So Bhante, regarding the Ijadang, so according to traditional grammar, because the Ijadang we can take different cases.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, so how can we differentiate which case we should take in the meaning? No, I mean not only in the Ijadang.
Yeah, that is also something that has to be in the context. So I think you can see the commentary, right? So here they are giving, there are 2 types of ajjatta. Then this is why I mentioned it. So, supattithayati niyaka ajjatta bhute gochara ajjatta bhute va khai suttu upattithaya, right? Niyaka ajjatta bhute gochara ajjatta bhute va khai suttu upattithaya. So there are 2 types of ajjatta. So that's why I took the meaning as locative because of this translation. But as you said, it is also a challenging thing how to understand the case ending of ajjatta, because ajjatta is avyabhavi samasa, and in avyabhavi samasa we already studied that all the case endings can be ending in niggahita, right? In avyabhavi samasa. So that is why it appears always as unending. And I'm not sure, that is another point, if you can search on this, I'm not sure whether there are any avyabhavi samasa words with a different case ending in the Pāli. In the commentary, you will be able to find sometime, but in the Pāli, what I met was always avyabhavi samasa comes with the ang ending, niggahita ending. So it's also logical for the Western grammarians to take it as an adverbial samasa. So, but when you come to the traditional explanation, they would say this ang has meaning in locative, meaning in instrumental, whatever the various meanings. So this is to understand what kind of a case ending. One thing is we have to go into the commentary or go into the context. Even if you take it like, even if someone takes ajatang supatittitang, right? Ajatang as a adverb of supatittita, even that makes sense, well established internally. But when we come into the commentaries, they have given a locative meaning, well established in the body, well established in the internal self. So that is also something that we have to look into the tradition to get the meaning, as far as I know.
But according to the Western grammarians, so generally we take the accusative and instrument. Sometimes is ablative as adverb, but other cases are very rare. But when we come to the traditional grammar, you see like Ijadang, we say we can take many cases. For example, like this case is take locative. But very rarely see locative as the adverb, right?
No, I mean locative as adverb in the English, right? Normally, yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, normally the grammarians would say this avyabhavi samasa is an adverb, because I would say their approach when you study from English point of view, locative is an adverb. So when they are teaching Pāli in English, it's obvious to say it's an adverbial samasa. But for the Eastern grammarians, for example, when you think when I talk about the Sinhalese grammar, which is very similar to Pāli, we would never say locative case is an adverb. We would always say adverb only explains the manner, how the act is done. Adverb is exclusive to the manner, not to the place. So place we do the action is always adhara or okasa or saptami, whatever. Saptaniki is written in Saptaniki, or adhara or okasa. But when you come with an English approach to the Pāli, adverb locative case also represents the adverb. So I think that also has led to this confusion, because for the Eastern grammar mind, a location is never an adverb.
Yes.
Isn't it, Dr. Ryan? Like in English, you call it adverb, right? The location. If I say I go to go study in the school, in school is adverb, right?
Yes, I believe so, because you know, in some cases, it is equivalent to the adverbial clause, right? Sometimes you can replace that place, you know, the location as an adverbial clause.
Okay. So when you study the Pāli, did you face the same problem, like to understand this, as Sally said?
No, not not so much, Bhante.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't have that difficulty yet. No.
Okay. Anyway.
But anyway, so it's a good point. Like what I feel personally is the adverbial approach from Pāli and adverbial approach from the Western approach is that maybe that's what has led to this confusion. So it's what I understand is adverb. When you talk about an adverb in Pāli, you cannot talk about the location. Location is never an adverb according to Pāli. Adverb is the manner of the action, whether you do it slowly, whether you do it easily, whether you do it difficultly. So these are the adverbial meanings. So as you said, it's difficult to, we have to have this distinguish about the English grammar and the Pāli grammar and try to understand. So here, according to the commentary, this is not an adverb. It's a location. Okay, so it's a quite interesting point. So then, shall we move to the sutta?
Yes, Bhante.
So then we come into Addasako Bhagava Ayas Mantam Maha Muggallanam Abhidure Nisinnam Pallankang Abhujitva Ujun Kayam Panidhaya Kayagata Satya Ajjatang Supattithaya. So this whole sentence has become an accusative object. So what happened? All the nominative case ending words have turned into accusative case ending words, and everyone, we are well aware of this. Then Atako Bhagava Etamattang Viditva Thayang Velayang Imang Udāna Udānesi. So then the utterance was made. I think Brother Robin translated it well. So here, if you go to the, sorry, we can go to the vocabulary here. Right. So here we find Etamattanti Etang Terassa Chatudhatu Vavatthana Mukhena Khayanupassana Satipattanena Vipassanang Oga Hitva Palasamapatti Samapajjana Sankhatang Attang Viditva. So the meaning was attainment of Palasamapatti. The Thera attained the Palasamapatti. I think the last sutta, Sariputta, was attaining Arupa Samapatti, right? He was attaining Arupa Samapatti. So here the Mahamoggallana was attaining Palasamapatti, right? Having Ogahitva, having descended into Vipassana. So in what manner, how did he enter into Vipassana? You can have Vipassana in many ways, like you can directly go into with Chittanupassana, you can go with Vedananupassana, but he went Kayanupassana Satipatthana, with mindfulness in the body, the first Satipatthana, not Chitta, Kaya or Dhamma. And in the Kayanupassana Satipatthana, the entrance, Mukha, the entrance was made because there are 13 Kayanupassanas, 14 Kayanupassanas, Chatudhatu Vavatthana, the contemplation of the 4 great elements, right? So the Terassa is genitive case. Why is that genitive case? Because of Samapajjana, right? So these two are connected, Terassa Samapajjana. This is an abstract noun, the entrance, entering of the Thera, entering of the Thera, right? So Terasa is connected to this Samapajjana. It's also very important though. The Thera is connected to Samapajjana. So the entering of the Palasamapatti of the Thera, we can just say by the Thera in English, in Pali it's of the Thera. How? Having descended into Vipassana with Satipatthana, or we can say with Satipatthana in the Chatudhatu Vavatthana method, right? Having it as the entrance to the Satipatthana. Then this is what he knew. The Buddha knew Mahamoggallana has entered into Palasamapatti through Vipassana, initiated by Kayanupassana or Chatudhatu Vavatthana, right? Kayanupassana and also Chatudhatu Vavatthana. Then he uttered the utterance. What was the utterance? So under utterance, in the previous sutta, the meaning, what he understood, and he re-uttered it. Tadatta Deepakam, if you remember. In Sariputta Suttas, he knew something and he mentioned it. But here, what he is mentioning is something new. There's something additional to this. Having known this incident, he imang Satipatthana Bhavanaya Nibbānādi Gama Deepakam Udānam Udānes. So he uttered the meaning that Deepakam which illustrates, the Udāna which illustrates what? Adhigama is attainment of what? Nirvana, attainment of Nirvana. This Udāna illustrates the attainment of Nibbana. How one's attain the Nibbana? Satipatthana Bhavana. So one attains the Nibbana with Satipatthana Bhavana. So he wanted to utter this. Maybe he was uttering the attainment of the Thera with Satipatthana, or he was just generally saying as an instruction to everyone, one can attain Nibbana with Satipatthana, right? Personally, I feel both the meanings can be taken, because when you focus on the incident, maybe he was uttering the attainment of the Thera with Satipatthana, because you know the story of Mahamoggallana. He attained Arahanthood with Chatudhatu Vavatana. He attained with this meditation, the last three higher paths. He was sleeping, like feeling sleepy, drowsy. Buddha went there and gave him instruction, and he attained Arahanthood. So, or maybe it's just a general statement saying that anyone can attain Nirvana with Satipatthana. Right? So this is what the phrase Etamattang Viditva indicates. So before we go to the Gatha, if there is anything to be discussed.
Bhante,
Yes, brother. Yeah.
I would like to know about in here actually the word that I'm confused is the Sankata and the Mukhena. So for the Sankata in here, what is the meaning of the Sankata?
Sankata is called. So it has
Call.
no meaning. It's like the meaning. Sankata indicates this the Pala Samapatti Samapajjana Sankatang Attang. The meaning which is called attainment of Pala Samapatti.
Oh, okay,
Normally
Bhante.
Called, right? So it indicates the same word, right? So it modifies a normal word. Normally when Sankata is there, it modifies another word. So that Sankata says that this meaning, which is called the attainment of Pala Samapatti, right? Mukhena is the entrance. Mukha is mouth or entrance. Or so he entered to Kayanupassana with the entrance of Satya. It means he started Chatudhatu Vattana. Because Kayanupassana and entering into Vipassana can be entered in more anyway. Like in many ways, like Vivedananupassana, Dhammanupassana, and Chittanupassana. So he entered with Kayanupassana. Chatudhatu Vattana Mukhena Kayanupassana Satipatthana. So he entered with the Satipatthana, Kayanupassana, and that is also further explained what kind of a Satipatthana. That is Chatudhatu Vattana Mukhena, like with the entrance, like initiating with the four contemplation on four great elements.
So in here, like mukha can be understood like the sense of instrument, Bhante.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Bhante. And also like it should be he entered the Kayanupassana by the Chatudhatu Vattana, right, Bhante?
It's like this. Chatudhatu Vattana Mukhena Kayanupassana Satipatthana Vipassana. We can say it's like this is a modifier. Chatudhatu Vattana Mukhena is a modifier of Kayanupassana Satipatthana. So he descended into Vipassana with Kayanupassana, having the four great elements as the initial meditation. Like he started with it. So it's like he had the Vipassana with Kayanupassana, and that Kayanupassana was initiated with, because you can start the Kayanupassana with any other many methods. Practice with four great elements. So also we can say Chatudhatu Vattana Mukhena Vipassanang Ogahitva. Just forget about Kayanupassana. You can also say he entered into Vipassana, right? He entered into Vipassana with the Chatudhatu Bhavattana, right? Chatudhatu Bhavattana. So then that is also that that Chatudhatu Vattana is a Kayanupassana Satipatthana.
Okay, Bhante. Thank you very much, Bhante.
Okay, so yeah, shall we move into the Gatha? So here we have Satikaya Gata Upattitha. So it means Kaya Gata is well established. As in the body, focused on the body, and is well established there. Chasu Passaitanetu Sanguto. He's restrained in six bases. Six bases. Is the reason for passa is the contact. So Passaitana means the common states is the Sakaranesu. So six bases, six Tangbiku Samahito constantly. This monk is well concentrated constantly. Janya Nibbana Mattano. He would know. Janya is the optative case of Janeya. Optative of Janeya. Nibbana Mattano. Nibbanang Attano. So we have to take the meaning as Nibbanang plus Attano. His own Nibbana. So the commentary states why this Attano was said. We'll go into that to understand why it is mentioned as Attano. In commentary says Janya Nibbana Mattanoti. What does it mean by knowing his own Nibbana? Anyesam Putujjananang Supinantepi Agochara Bhavato Ariyanam Panatassa Taseva Avenikata Atta Sadisattacha Attati Ladda Voharasa Maggapala Jnanassa Satise Vise Bhavato Ekanta Sukavahang Nibbanang Asankata Dhatu Attanoti Utta. So Nibbana Dasu is said as mine. You are someone, right? Why Nibbana? What is the Nibbana? Ekanta Sukavahang, which brings happiness only, which would surely brings happiness. It doesn't bring any, it is not mixed with dukkha. Satise Vise Bhavato. Maggapala Jnanassa Satise Vise Bhavato. It's only object of the Maggapala Jnana, right? It's a he translates Satisaya is Atisaya is extremely. Satisaya is it modifies it. Abundance. Yeah, Atisaya is abundance, superiority, distinction, excellence, abundance. So it's the Nibbana is very clear or known with Maggapala Jnana, like very clearly, right? Something like that. Then Attati Ladda Voharassa Maggapala Jnanassa. So according to this, Atta is not the self. Atta is not the self. Atta is Maggapala Jnana. That's the point I want to discuss here. So Nibbana has been explained, right? So Attati Ladda Voharassa Maggapala Jnanassa. So Satise Vise Bhavato. It is the object of Maggapala Jnana, which is called Atta. So as the Nibbana is the object of Maggapala, it's called Attano. Nibbana is called Attano. Why? It is the object of Maggapala. Right? It's a Maggapala. Even though Gotrabhu Jnana and others take that object, but only Maggapala Jnana take it very clearly, strongly, and abundantly. Right? So that is one explanation. Now, that is why Nibbana is called Attano. So then, why this Atta was said? Janya Anyesang Putujjananang Supinantepi Agochara Bhavato. Right? Anyesang Supinantanang, first we like Ariyanang Panatassa Tasseva Avenikata Atta Sadisassacha Attati Ladda Voharasa. So of the Aryas, Tassa Tasseva Avenikata. So means Tassa Tasseva. Like Sotapanna has Sotapatti Maggapala, Sakadagami has his own Maggapala. So Avenikata means it's unique to him. It belongs to the particular person. So since it's not common to others, not common to Putujjanas, and also not common to other nobles. A certain Maggapala is exclusive to that particular person, and also it's similar to oneself, right? Similar to oneself. Ariyanang pana tassa tasse vavenikatta atta sadisattacha attati ladda voharasa. So why Maggapala Nibbana is called Atta? Because Maggapala are unique to the noble person, and also it is similar to the self, right? Similar to the self. So the object of Atta is Attano. Object is Atta is Attano. Then Anyesam Putujjananang Supinantenapi Agochara Bhavato. Agochara Bhavato. So for the Putujjanas, Nibbana, my personal view is now Nibbana is not observable, Agochara, not observable by Putujjanas, even in dream. So normally we say at the moment of Gotrabhu, we see an object we haven't seen in the entire samsara, even in dream. So therefore, Nibbana can be called Attano because it is only an object for Aryas, not for Putujjanas. Then another explanation, Aryanam Pana, sorry. So then this is the reason, like it is Nibbana is the object of Aryas. It cannot be known by Putujjanas. Then Aryanam Pana tassa tasseva avenikata atta sadisatsadi atta voharassa Maggapala janassa satise vise bhavato ekanta sukavahan Nibbana asanta dada. So this Pana indicates that now it is further explained. This statement is further explained. Why Nibbana is called Attano to Arya? Because it is not common to Putujjanas. Then why it is it's further explained, like this Maggapala of noble person is called Atta because of these two reasons, and that object of this Atta is called Attano. So that's why in the sutta, Buddha mentioned one knows his own Nibbana. One knows his own Nibbana. There are alternative explanations. One knows his own Kilesa Nibbana, Anupadisesa Nibbana, and so forth. There are like Aparonayo and two other alternative explanations. So in the first explanation, this is the reason why Nibbana is called Attano. Yeah, I think there can be some discussions on this.
Bhante, so here, what does mean the Nata Vohara?
Nata Vohara means attain the usage. It means it's called. Like Vohara is the usage, name. It obtained the name. So if you want to say this thing got this name, it's something like that. I got this name because of this. So if I'm called Maggavihāri because of my practice, for instance, just think, my name was given not because of my practice, because of my Pajaya. So if I say my name was given because of this, right? So because of this practice, Maggavihāri ti Laddavoharasa Bhikkhusa. So the monk who got the name of Maggavihāri due to this and this. So the Maggapala Jnana got the name of Attha because of these reasons. Laddavohara means the thing which got this name.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Bahupi samasa to Maggapala.
Hi, Bhante.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first thing is, so Attano refers to Nibbana.
No, Attano is a modifier of Nibbana. There can be, I also had these two arguments, like thought, is it Attano is directly referred to Nibbana? But since Atta was explained here, Attano is like not referring to Nibbana. It indicates why Nibbana is called, can be modified with Attano. Might can be called might, like your own Nibbana.
So here basically, so okay, so here the Maggaphala is called Atta.
Yeah.
So here basically what it says is that the Nibbana is the object of Maggaphala. So that's why the Atta is Maggaphala. So Attano means possession of Maggaphala.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then so and then the other one is, could you please explain again the sentence Anye sang putu nang supinante agojara bhavato. What does it mean again, Bhante?
Because agochara bhavato not observable, because it's not observable even in dream, right? Even in dream, by or to the putujjanas. So other putujjanas, anyesam putujjana. It means other than the noble beings.
So what it says right there is Nibbana is not observed in the dream of the putujjana.
Yeah, it means it doesn't. It means Nibbana has never been observed by putujjana even in dream.
Okay. Kind of
So it's like it's a statement saying that even when our Mahatheras used to preach Dhamma, when they explain this Gotrabhu Jnana, this is a statement given in the commentaries to show that at the moment of Gotrabhu, we observe Nibbana for the first time in our entire samsara. So to show that it was never seen, they bring this supina word to show that it was never seen in our with our conscious mind. Not even while we are dreaming, we haven't seen. So it says that it was never ever seen. So that is why this word supinanta was brought.
Okay. But then so
strange. It seems a bit strange, but when you asked the question, I also started to feel it was a little bit strange. But for us, it was what our intention was. The commentator's intention is to show that it was never seen, even by mistake, even by a chance, it was never seen.
yes. Yeah, so basically, like what we more normal say that you don't dream about, but because it's not going to happen, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but then so what does it have anything to do with Gotrabhu? Just because we know that Gotrabhu is actually taking Nibbana as the object.
Yeah, Gotrabhu is taking Nibbana as an object. So Gotrabhu is the first time we see the Nibbana. So to indicate that this is the first time you saw Nibbana in your entire samsara, to show you entire samsara. So that's why I just brought the exam simile. So this, you can find this similar explanation while sometimes they explain the Nibbana, object of Nibbana in Gotrabhu. So say normally Gotrabhu is the first time you observe Nibbana. Before that, you haven't seen Nibbana even in dream.
I see. Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. Any other solution?
So Bhante here.
Yes.
So what does mean here? Asankhata dhatu.
Asankhata dhatu is unconditioned element. Sankhata is conditioned, right?
Yes.
Asankhata is unconditioned. Dhatu is because Nibbana is Dhamma dhatu, right? Yeah, because Nibbana fall into Dhamma dhatu, you said.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Okay. I got it.
Right. So is it okay? So we have done the Gata. So sadhu. I think we have done 2 suttas, correct? So before I was planning to do another sutta, but there were some things to be discussed on the previous Gata, right? If you remember that we had a discussion on this this point. So how to understand this mohasa anavasesa pahana, moha mula katta, sabba kusalanam, pahina sabba kusala bhikkhu. And also we had a discussion about Thadibhava, how to understand this Thadibhava. So to be true, I didn't have the knowledge on this, so I asked both the cases I asked from my Abhivansa friend, because this is how the discussion went and how would you explain it. So he had sent me his suggestions on this. So what, because today in the morning they had internet problem in Myanmar. So he has sent me some detailed explanations. The first thing here, what he meant, I couldn't listen to the detailed explanation. I'll listen it after the class, and also if there is further anything to be explained, I'll explain it on Friday. Sorry, or Friday, because he's just sent me the messages because there was no internet to him. So Thadibhava, he had sent me a short message saying, Thadibhava, as Dr. Ryan said, this can be formed by both the words. As you said, either it can be Thadi, and his first thing was, according to him, they haven't studied any Thadi in short E. So both the Thadi, what he said was, is Thadi. But doctor, you saw that it's mentioned in a dictionary, right?
Yes, Bhante. So I think let's see.
Yeah. So he mentioned, as you said, the meaning he adjusted that the Thadi can be similar and to the person, and he mentioned Thadibhava can be made with both the meanings, and he gave me he has sent me some reference to see Pāchitya Ovada Vagga, right? Pāchitya, he just sent me today. I couldn't check it actually. We can lead this discussion further. Pāchitya Ovada Vagga, Attangata Sikkhapada, Vannana, right? Commentary. I will also check on this, because you remember that there's a rule for monks that you cannot admonish the bhikkhunis after the sun has set. So in this, he gives two examples how the Thadi has been explained, right? Thadi has been explained. So he says Thadi both can be taken, but there is not a short one Thadi, both are Thadi. But he says, I mentioned him the suggestions you gave me, Dr. Ryan gave me. So he said both are possible, constructions are possible, right? That was his answer for this. We'll further check on this, and if there's anything to be discussed, we'll discuss on it.
Yes, Bhante, I just want to say that according to the Pāli Dictionary Vipassana Research Institute, they gave the word with the short E.
Short E, right? So yeah. Pāli Dictionary?
Pāli Dictionary Vipassana Research Institute.
Okay. You mean Goenka?
Yeah.
Research Institute. Okay.
Research Institute.
Right. So then, I'll also let him know about this and have a discussion on this. Then about this one, I couldn't listen to his long answer. He had sent me an explanation on this, but so far he mentioned me shortly, this cha is not samuchaya. What is he suggesting? With the short answer, what I understood was, he said cha cannot be samuchaya here. It's vakyarambha or pakkantara. It means like there are, if you remember the there are 18 types of sentences according to the Myanmar teachings in the commentaries. So one is vakyarambha and pakkantara. So pakkantara means if now this is a sentence about taken from the direct text, and this is a sentence of explanation. So these are like sangmannana and sangmannitabba, something like that. So sometimes this cha doesn't indicate the collection of the two, what he's saying is this cha is just indicator of this is a new sentence. New sentence means we come from this explanation to this, right? So that is called pakkantara. Vakyaramba is also something, a new sentence, new type of a sentence has begun. I'll not very confident on that to explain it. So according to what I understood, he's saying mohasa avanasesa pahana moha mula katta sabba kusalanam pahina sabba kusalo bhikkhu. So what is he saying is take this as a one sentence. So because of the eradication of moha, and due to the moha is the root cause of all akusalas, so he is a monk who has abandoned all the akusalas. So that's what his suggestion was. Yeah, if you have any thoughts on this, I can also have a good discussion with him after this.
Yes. In fact, I thought about this for a little bit. And then in fact, I think that makes sense because here, so you see, if we looked at the original Pāli sentence, right?
Yes.
The verb is vedati, right? The verb is vedati, and the mohakaya is in the ablative case. So it's connect to the word vedati, to the verb vedati, right? But then if you look into the explanation, the sentence in that sentence, then the subject is bhikkhu, right?
Yes.
And then you can see that so the bhikkhu, the verb is vedati, of course, it is explained as the kampati. So then, and I don't see the connection between the verb vedati and the anawase sapahana, because if we don't see the original Pāli sentence, what I understand is that the anawase sapahana, it connects to the past participle pahina. You see,
okay.
So that's why it's like as Bhante said, it's completely two different sentences.
You mean two different sentences? These two?
I mean the original Pāli sentence. The original Pāli sentence.
Yeah. Okay.
And
right,
the Atthakatha sentence. They are not.
Okay.
The Atthakatha sentence explain that, but they don't connect.
Okay.
Grammatically.
Right. So, but you mean is that this Atthakatha sentence, we don't need to take cha as connecting two things, right?
No, I do. I still do things that. So see, so here, Bhante, so here, the bhikkhu, what kind of bhikkhu? The bhikkhu is explained as the Pahina Sabba Kusalo. So Pahina Sabba Kusalo is the Bahupihi Samasa. It explains bhikkhu. And then why is it? Why do we have Pahina Sabba Kusalo? Why all of the akusala dhamma are eradicated? So here he gave two reasons. The first reason is because of the total eradication of moha. And then the other is because all of the akusala have moha as the root. So that's why moha is eradicated, all of them is also eradicated. So that's why all of the akusala of this bhikkhu is eradicated.
Right. So this, you take this part as one, and this as one, is it?
So so we have two ablative cases here, right?
Yeah.
Two words in the ablative case. Those two are connected to the word Pahina Sabba Kusalo.
Right. So then how about just moha mula katta cha sabba kusalanam pahina sabba kusalo? So this says that all akusala are rooted in moha.
Yeah.
So he has completely abandoned all the akusala. So
it is ja, Bhante. It's not wa. So we have two reasons, not just one. We cannot take just one.
Okay. So you mean this eradication of all akusala, because all akusala is rooted on moha. So
and then the moha
also
is eradicated totally.
Right. So this, without this part, we cannot just take this, right?
Right. That's what I mean. So there are two of them. So there are two reasons. But it is
Right.
cha, we need both.
Right. So first cha is just moha savasesa pahana and pahina sabba kusala. Is it?
Yeah.
The second is moha savasesa pahana.
No, Bhante. How do I say it?
I didn't
Okay.
get it.
Yeah. So right now, and not from the top of my head, I don't know
Okay.
how to write this Pāli sentence. Explain that Pāli sentence, because we can use the sabba kusalo as the subject, and we change the pahina into the verb, past participle.
Yeah.
So I guess we can say sabba kusala, mohasa anawase sappahana ja, and then sabba kusala nang moha mulakata ja maybe pahina onti, something like that.
Okay.
So all of the akusala,
like the reason for this pahina sabba kusala is the anavasesa pahana of moha, and also because the moha is the root of all the akusalas.
exactly.
That is why he's okay, right? You mean like mohasas anavasesa pahana. Then the problem that I have is, now I understand what you mean. Like this is the reason, and also we have to add this is why he became a pahina sabba kusala.
Yeah.
Right.
So for example, like I said in the message I sent you, Bhante, because somebody say that, you say all of the akusala are eradicated, but here you gave only one reason. The moha is eradicated. What about the other akusala?
Akusalas, yes.
The other reason, because all of the other akusala have moha as the root.
Yes. So then this cha is not combining two things, right? Because
it combines two things, and it gives two reasons.
The thing is that the point was, now pahina sabba kusala is eradicated the akusalas, right? So this pahina happens because of the eradication of moha, and also we have to mention this was also a requirement. So what my point was, when I discussed what I feel is that this without this requirement which I have marked, we cannot come into pahina sabba kusalo, right?
Right. Yeah.
So then when we put cha, so this is the main reason. Anavasesa pahana is the main reason, and without this we cannot come into this point. So if we take cha as samuchaya, it's like this is a one reason, this is a completely another reason. So here we find the pahina sabba kusalo is attained, this is the main reason, and also this is also another reason because of the mohasa pahana, and because of the mohasa pahana, these akusalas are all rooted in moha, so he has eradicated the defilements. So what you are saying is both are necessary for this, right?
Yeah.
Both are necessary for this. But isn't it that these mohasas, if you just take this part, without this, right? Without this part only cannot say that akusala is eradicated, right?
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So
but here I think that's not the reason. The reason is because we needed to explain why all of the akusala is that are eradicated. It's fun. So yet I agree with you that the main reason is because mohasa.
Yeah.
Mohasa apahana. Yeah. But then and so also if we just say that, then it's not enough. We need this as well. This is like a
we cannot, without this we cannot come into this, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, right. So yeah, it's another very good insight. I'll listen to. I got the point. I'll listen to his detailed explanation, and also we'll continue this discussion next Friday.
Yeah. Well, and then, yeah, of course, I just want to say that his explanation is very good because just like I said, right? So like if we read this like this case, then as I said, the Apahana and Mohamulakta, they are connected to the Pahana. They don't connect to the Vedati.
Yeah, right. Yes, sure.
Right? But then in the original sentence, and if we just translate the original sentence, that the Mohataya connects to the Vedati. So this is very good explanation.
Yeah. Okay, that point also I'll discuss. Now, this is connected to here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Anyone has any suggestions on this? Okay. So it's already time has passed. I was thinking to do 2 suttas. What do you think, Sally? Just the Gata or just the reading, or we just leave it to Friday?
Leave to Friday better.
Okay, right. It's getting late, right? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bhante.
Thank you so much, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.